Hello, everybody! I'm Andy Lagopus, and with me is Pinkstar.
Here I am, so glad to be here once again.
And welcome back to It's Called a Podcast, Sweetheart, where we talk all things Zootopia, especially now, because, oh boy, D23 just ended, and there is just so much.
The news related to Zootopia came practically like a bang.
Yeah, there's like this one meme I saw where like a faucet and there's this one person just getting little drips and drops and then another person just getting a full blast of water. And that's how it feels like the past several years and then this weekend.
How happy we are right now.
Oh,
We
yeah.
are.
Just so ecstatic. There's so much. I mean, before we get into it, remember, this is all supported by the ZNN Patreon, so patreon.com/ZNN, and we need your support to get this not up and running, but to keep ZNN going. If you could support us, even $1 a month helps.
So go ahead and check it out.
Let's just get right into it. Oh my goodness, there's so much news.
Too much to say.
Yeah, let's just start with day one. So,
Day one.
Friday.
Okay, let's see. It was practically the start of everything. Like, we didn't expect a lot, but still, it was such a big deal what we had on Friday.
Yes, we started by getting trickles of pictures of the standees from the event hall. There's a little sort of preview of Marsh Market, the new region in Zootopia. Region or district? I'm not sure what it's called.
Yeah, we can say it's the outskirts of the city because
Yeah, it
from
seems
what
to
we
be.
can see, it seems to be because it's not an integral part of the city as from what can we tell as of now. But yes, this is kind of like a nod to the D23 back in 2015, where there was also a section with everything Zootopia, and we had a little statue there of Judy and Nick.
Yeah,
here-
they do one of these for all of their upcoming movies.
And here we got something similar but updated because we see them in new outfits.
There were people, the initial image that was circulating around and actually had what turned out to be a bit of glare on one of the pictures, but people were thinking that it was a ring on Judy's finger.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, sorry folks, no confirmation of Wild Hops, but we got so much else, I don't even care at this point.
Yeah. What I liked about the details of this statue was all the IDs Nick has in his wallet. I
Yeah,
find those
he's
very
got-
interesting.
Yeah, he's holding it out, and he's got his Junior Ranger Scout card. He's got his police badge. He's got his Received Declared Commerce card and a loyalty card for a shop of some sort.
Yeah, but I find that a very interesting detail. I like that.
Definitely. It's very fun, and it's a very fun pose from the two characters. Like Judy, like on his head, looking around, and him just like, ugh, what? And the first pictures were sort of circulating, and we saw the initial ones were very blurry, but in the far back corner, people noticed a snake.
A snake, yes. Very
You mean yes?
like it may raise the question. So this means reptiles are finally being included on the movie, on this follow-up, and also that something that was at least noticeable for me was that also there was a picture posted with the Zootopia 2 official logo. That if you look up closely to the number 2, you can see that the end of the 2, you can see the scales of a snake.
Yeah, they turned the 2 into a snake's tail. It's very clever.
Yeah, it really gives you the hint that this said snake that we see on the background on this stand may have a big role on this new story.
Yes. And then, as people started actually going to the booth, they received a lithograph, which is a type of picture that they do to promote it. And pictures of that started circulating around, and the snake is front and center, like right behind Nick and Judy in a very pink hot rod sort of car. I don't know. I don't know what that type of car is called.
I find it like an old-fashioned vehicle or something.
Yeah, like an old hot rod or something. I don't know. It reminds me of a Hot Wheels car, honestly.
Kinda.
You know those little toys?
Yes. I have seen them.
Nice.
And well, from that we see a lot of familiar faces in the lithography.
And tons of new characters. I'm just looking at it now. Just starting off, we've got Chief Bogo, of course, and Bonnie and Stu, and a bunch of bunnies, Clawhauser, Mr. Big Kozlov, and Frou Frou, Gazelle and her tigers, Yax, and Flash.
At the end, obviously.
Yes.
And well,
I think
I think, well, it's not that, perhaps not that too obvious, but there's also Finnick.
Oh, yeah, Finnick is there as well. I forgot him. He's in a different costume this time.
Yes. Which makes us raise the question about what will happen to him. Will he be voiced on the movie or not?
Because his voice actor did sadly pass away, within the last year or two, I believe.
Perhaps either he already had some lines recorded or something. Maybe, I don't know. Or
very well could be. But then we get into all the new characters, too.
Oh, sure.
So, immediately behind Nick and Judy is a beaver, and to their... I guess it's to their right, like, from their perspective, but behind is a seal? Or is that a sea lion? I actually can't tell just from looking at it. We'd have to consult, our animal expert.
We see also a chameleon. It kind of looks like a chameleon in a suit and sunglasses.
Yes, riding on Bogo's arm. I'm gonna say it I'm convinced these guys are the CIA, the Chameleon Intelligence Agency.
Perhaps. We also see a giraffe also wearing an elegant outfit along with a bear.
Yeah, like a business suit. I think that's the new mayor, actually.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm looking really close right now. That's the mayor's pin on his jacket.
Oh, nice detail there. We also see a bear with a ballerina outfit of some sort. It's a really wacky outfit this bear is wearing.
On a unicycle, yep.
Kind of like from a circus or something.
Yeah, I get the feeling there's either a circus or a carnival or a festival going on. Maybe it is a version of Carnival, you know?
Yeah, because we see some where we see Gazelle in a new outfit. We can also see a little I'll call this
a sign or banner saying
Zoot. That says Zootennial.
With another lizard agent holding on to it.
Yeah, we see one at where's the sign and the other one behind the tigers. So.
Yep. And then there's a bunch of gnu's in a marching band.
Yeah. I forgot to mention there was also a little mouse that's flying with a.
On a drone.
Yeah,
yes.
On a drone. Yeah.
Yes, as someone who is a professional drone pilot, I find that hysterical. Well, okay, professional. I have my commercial license. That's not the point. I love Clawhauser's look. His green outfit. Yeah. It is amazing.
Makes me think, won't he get tired of running?
Who knows? Then there's a hippo in briefs or something and a cape.
Yeah, along with some...
I don't know what's going on there.
No, there's no context there, so...
We've got a pink walrus in the back, and what appears to be a Bug-A-Burger truck, which is a concept from the concept art and stuff that we did not see before. But the idea was that they are insect burgers.
Oh, yes.
And then there's also an anteater in the back with Yax and Flash. And a whole bunch of other minor characters, like what looks to be a bobcat on a motorcycle, another beaver with a log on his head in a small car, a hamster in, like, zebra print, like, bright pink zebra print.
We see a tiger that's way behind, that's not going along with the other tigers along with itself.
Yeah. Though, looks like they're trying to catch up. They seem to be wearing a similar outfit.
And we also see a yellow car that's been ridden also by a small animal, but I can identify it. They're also wearing glasses.
I think it's a gecko or a small lizard of some sort, because the only ones with sunglasses are like the lizard agents in this picture. Oh, and we didn't even mention the actual inclusion of Tusk this time.
Oh.
So yeah, shaping up to be a very colorful cast of characters.
Yeah, of returning characters and new characters.
Yes. So, going on from there, I'm wondering where I should include this story. I'll just say it here. I'll be completely transparent and honestly a little vulnerable right here.
Okay.
This weekend was rough for me. Like, we had all this really exciting news coming out, and I'll be perfectly blunt, like, when I first saw it, all this exciting news and stuff, I was devastated.
What?
Yeah.
How come?
Well, okay, so essentially I felt like I was letting everyone down because we didn't have any presence there. We didn't have a reporter in the field. We didn't have anybody there to go and find answers to the questions that people were having. And we could have, or at least I felt we could have, if I'd done a better job planning or something. But I don't know, I might be just beating myself up too much, but I felt like I'd dropped the ball there and was letting people down. And I'll be honest, I had a really tough day that day as a result.
But at the end, the best that it could be done, it happened.
Yes, exactly. So much came into place, so much just, like, miraculously aligned. I am so thankful for it. So first and foremost, we got 2 associate reporters. They were already attending D23, and I was able to contact them and get them to provide us with some of the on-site reporting that we were missing. So, huge shout out to J Disney D23 and Kaiju King. They were the true MVPs of this weekend, and they pulled through where we were not able to actually have a presence at D23 ourselves. Thank you so much to them.
They truly deserve it. So, yeah, for my part also, thank you a lot.
And they did stuff like going up to the Zootopia 2 booth, getting good pictures. They got some excellent photos of the snake that was hidden in the background. We got the first non-blurry picture of him, and we got to see just how much of a little goober he looks like.
Yeah, he does have an interesting design.
Yeah, got a little snaggletooth and just a big, silly, dopey grin.
And curiously, so far what we only have is his 2D design. We still don't know how he will look in 3D.
Exactly.
So that will still be a mystery until a new trailer is released in the future. Mm-hmm. Speaking about trailer, that same day on Friday evening, it
entertainment
was a huge
showcase.
Yes, there were making a presentation of the upcoming films that were going to be a lot of sequels and follow-ups and everything. But I personally, not to discredit everybody else's, but I personally think that Zootopia's showcase was the most creative.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So the showcase started off with well, for one, a picture of a mouse with the Mickey hat and Z23.
Yeah, because let's remember that technically Zootopia society reflects ours. So it was a really big creative idea to make it appear as if we are in their world.
Exactly. And it started off with a video of Nick talking to the audience and introducing it because they're at Z23. And as he says, I think they should have stopped with Z22. And then he goes on to talk about some of the movies that this studio has made, which include Captain Zootopia, New Fossa, and which is a prequel to Mufasa, Slowkey, The Skeleton Shrew, Dead Mule, and Wolverine, which, okay, I have to say, why not just use a Wolverine? Wolverines are a mammal. They are an animal. You can totally do that. But then there's also Celio, which is a parody of Elio. Is that how you pronounce it? The upcoming Pixar one.
Yes.
Gazelle All Along, parody of the upcoming Agatha All Along. And my favorite, The Pandalorian.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, all the posters really had great touches.
Oh, and Inside Snout, too.
Yes. It was just released on theaters barely 2 months ago.
Yes, and also a phenomenal movie. I did cry during it.
Yeah, I also really like the movie.
It's a great movie, and if you know, you know. And the Inside Snout 2 poster in particular is interesting because, like the Inside Out 2 poster, it had the previous movie's characters on top and new characters on the bottom. We saw not just the snake, but also a tiger, a cat, and another lizard of some sort. So, very interested to see what that is about.
Well, after the posters were showcased, then we see the giant new logo for the movie, and then introducing Jennifer Goodwin to the stage.
Yep. Nick gave Jennifer Goodwin a very fun introduction, introduced her as his favorite emotional support animal.
Yeah, after stating that she's the star of Zootopia.
Yeah. Well, they both are, but that's Nick being humble. Yeah. I gotta say, I love how much fun Jason Bateman is having reprising his role as Nick, and so is Jennifer Goodwin. Like, you can just tell from their performances here, like, they're having a blast.
Yeah, from what I have been able to see from behind the scenes when the actors were to record their characters, and also during the Once Upon a Studio, also behind the scenes video, where we'll see them record the dialogues. It is great to see them how they try to go along with the script, but also we know that Jason Bateman loves to improvise, and a lot of things he does to improvising keeps getting not in the way, but I'm saying that the idea is so good that they have to use it.
Yeah, they tend to add a lot of the ad-libs that he does. It's great. And then once Jennifer Goodwin came on the stage, she gave a little introduction to a clip which shows off the new area of Marsh Market, home to many semi-aquatic mammals, and gave us a name for the snake. Give it up for Gary!
There it is.
Played by Ke Huy Quan of Indiana Jones and Everything Everywhere All at Once and Loki. Like, this guy is such a good actor.
Yeah, also Jennifer gave him a really great introduction as to who is going to voice him.
Yes, like I said, Ke Huy Quan, like, he's just got such a good comedic side to him too, but can also do serious very well. So, I am very much looking forward to it. Though that did raise a couple of questions among the community. Like, once that was announced, it was like, oh, well, is Gary, like, fully sapient or sentient? Like, what's going on? Because he's not wearing clothes, but he's also voiced, so who knows? We don't know.
Yeah, so far, what little we get to see on this teaser video is just Judy and Nick trying to get information because they are talking to this beaver, um, because they are trying to find.
Nibbles. Yep.
Yeah, they're trying to find out about this snake character that's apparently being caught sight of in the city, but they're trying to get. It seems they're trying to get some clues about going to this Marsh Market, and we get a really funny interaction here.
Yes. So Nibbles the beaver is showing them around Marsh Market in this clip that they showed off. It's only about a minute long, but it's very fun. And Marsh Market looks to be a very enjoyable and entertaining district. They had a bunch of entertainers and performers. There's another beaver, or actually, is it a quokka? I can't really tell.
No, I'm not sure either.
Something selling what they call chili logs, which I love it. Absolutely love it. And Nick's all like, oh, we solved the greatest case of Zootopia's history. We've got this. And Judy's just kind of like, really, Nick?
Like, why are you really bragging about that?
Yeah. Because also, I think they're supposed to be undercover at this point, but they could just be plainclothes. I'm not entirely sure. They said undercover, but, like, that term is kind of, like, used interchangeably for when they're out of uniform but still investigating stuff, so...
Oh, yeah.
Like, in Hollywood?
Yeah, well, like to point out that you mentioned undercover. Because if we see we remember the Zootopia 2 stand that we saw earlier on, it's just seeing them with their new outfits, and in this teaser trailer we see them wearing hats.
Exactly.
That's interesting detail they add there.
And I think it's so funny that Judy has just gone with a baseball cap, which is just like, yes, I am undercover. I am putting on a baseball cap. No one will recognize me.
Yes.
It reminds me of Captain America, the second one. I forget the Winter Soldier. Like, Steve Rogers does that exact thing where he's like, I need to go undercover. Puts on a baseball cap and sunglasses. I'm good.
They won't identify me like this.
Nobody could, possibly.
And also something interesting in this video is that technically Judy never speaks in this.
Well, it's like 1 minute, and mostly a back and forth with Nibbles doing most of the talking.
Yes, and well, we still don't know if they're going to include another small scene in this. So perhaps we can also, in the actual film, maybe listen to Judy say something, or I don't know.
Yeah, we only got a small snippet, and a lot of a-bub, 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 bub, 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 between Nibbles and a walrus, who appears to be a plumber. After close examination, we determined his name is Russ. Because what else would you name a walrus?
Yeah, fair point.
Apparently he has a brother named Wally. Or at least that's my hope. Wally and Russ.
And for now, it seems that this scene will be kind of like the DMB scene up until now. Perhaps there will be another scene that will go along with it, but it's still early to tell.
Yes. So that was Friday. There was another panel earlier that day about graphic design and creating worlds for Zootopia with Brandon Franco, who helped design a bunch of the stuff for the Disneyland Shanghai experience for Zootopia. So that was cool. But the highlight of day 2, which was Saturday, was the Q&A session with Jared Bush. Well, it turned out to be more of a panel than a Q&A session, which was fine. Totally fine. I mean, half an hour of them talking Zootopia 2, amazing.
Yeah, we also get to see Yvette Moreno. I think that's pronounced her name.
Uh-huh, yeah. She's one of the producers on Zootopia 2. She had some good insights as well. It was fun. Very, very fun. But the highlight for us. Okay. Going a little back into my personal experience, it took a lot of coordinating and back and forth between myself and Amy, who is the head of publicity for Disney Animation, and like lots of emails back and forth and trying to figure out stuff with Kaiju King, because he was going to be there in person doing the recording of the panel on Zootopia 2 with Jared Bush. But we managed to get an exclusive interview. And it all just came about very fast. Like, I floated the idea the night before with Kaiju King, and then that morning I sent an email off to Amy basically being like, hey, would this be possible? And she was like, yeah, we totally could if there's time. It would have to be very quick, like 2 to 3 questions, but yeah, we could do that. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. Let's do this. What do we need? Gear? Do we need someone with gear? Let's see what's available. Let's reach out to someone in the area. I tried getting a hold of AC Race Best, who lives in Southern California. Great guy. He, friend of ZNN, used to do the podcast with him. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a hold of him, and even if I was, we were not able to secure a press pass for him, so he wouldn't have been able to get in, so that idea was a bust. So then I coached Kaiju King through getting an app for recording audio, and like practicing doing some recordings with that. All in all, it all came together at the end. It was a chaotic mess, like, of coordinating stuff from across the other side of the country, like from the East Coast, like coordinating stuff all the way over in the West Coast.
Along with a time difference, yeah.
Yeah, 3-hour time difference. And I had work that night.
Oh no.
So, yeah, like all of the stuff was going to happen while I was at work. So I needed to make sure everything was set up and ready to go before I left for work. So, oh boy.
But it came out good. And for those who are interested, you can see this interview at our page Zootopia News Network.
Yes. On ZootopiaNewsNetwork.com, there is the exclusive interview with Jared Bush. Kaiju King was able to flag him down after the panel. I had talked with Amy, and she'd let her team know to be on the lookout for him. They said it was going to be very brief, like only a minute or two, and that was totally fine. Kaiju King was able to get 3 of the questions we'd prepared. We had a list of like 12 questions ready, all ranked in various like terms of importance, or basically, if it's not answered in the panel, ask this type thing. And he managed to get a few in. So he asked if there was anything not used in the first film, like Wild Times, that we might see. If Gary was fully sapient because he's not wearing clothing, or if there was going to be any effects from the Night Howler case into the second movie. And for the most part, Jared gave non-committal answers because he can't reveal too much yet. And that's basically what he said. Like, I don't think I can confirm anything yet, but there's definitely a few things he'd love to see again. And he's going to keep information about the case under wraps and just say it's a fun, twisty, windy road. And as far as Gary goes, he says that he's definitely a sentient character, and I think we're going to learn a lot of interesting things about him.
Keeping things vague enough.
Yes. Which leads me to suspect that they only have the one scene fully rendered at this point.
Yeah. There might be still some minor details they still need to work out.
Yeah, and it totally makes sense. Like, we talked last time about just how much Zootopia changed from its first announcement and first reveal all the way to the final product that we got. And at this point in the production cycle, over a year, 471 days before the original Zootopia released, they were still operating on the Shock Collar storyline. So a lot can change in the next year.
Yeah, from here up until next year, where the movie will be officially released, they can still work out something different.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I understand them not wanting to give too many committal answers because you don't want to say this thing and then later on when if it turns out not to be the case, people will be like, "Hey, you said this," and blah blah blah. And it's good for managing expectations and everything of that sort.
Yeah, so we're just not gonna have to wait for an official teaser trailer that will be released either before this year ends or early 2025.
Next year. Mm-hmm. Most likely 2025.
Yeah, perhaps.
And then that was mostly it for Saturday, though we did get one last announcement at the Disney Parks area, where they are having a Zootopia-themed show at the Magic Kingdom, I believe, right?
Yes, called
No,
Zootopia.
Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom, yes. Called Zootopia Better Together.
Yep, Better Zoogether.
Better Together. And Animal Kingdom located at Orlando, Florida, at Walt Disney World.
Which is a great sign for those of us who are still begging them to bring the Zootopia land that they made in Shanghai over to the States. It's a step in the right direction, I'd say.
Yes, and for now, it has been announced that this new show or ride will be officially open at winter of next year.
So shortly after Zootopia 2 itself comes out.
Yeah, technically.
Mm-hmm.
So between or before the movie premieres or a bit after, because if it's winter 2025, it's still on December, but...
Well, Zootopia 2 is supposed to come out late November, so it should be out when they start that in the parks. Though, speaking of the parks, I would like to mention that in their little booth area for Zootopia 2, they went way above and beyond and incorporated a lot of the stuff that you see in the parks.
Oh, yeah, limited editions of pins. I saw that.
Oh, no, that's not what I was talking about at all, but that's awesome, too. That's very cool. I actually didn't know about that.
Yeah, I just saw it a while ago on Twitter that some people were sharing about that, oh, that's nice.
Nice. Oh, man, I totally want one. No, they had little things in the display, little screens hidden behind things, so they were like peepholes for the mouse things, where you could look into it and see rodents doing stuff.
Oh.
There's one on the little hamster wheel like we saw in the movie. There was another that if you looked close, you could see they were watching Zootopia Plus, the real mouse wives of Little Rodentia. And also the water pipe that Gary the Snake is hiding behind is animated. So they went above and beyond. Looking at the pictures of the standee and everything, the booth area again, oh man, they never disappoint when it comes to their puns.
How creative can they get?
Oh yeah. So looking at it, I'm seeing a whole bunch of different shops, Prawns Pawn Shop, We Buy Gold and Diamonds, and it's got a little shrimp. Then there's the Shrimp Basket. Don't scrimp on that shrimp. Call Cappy, a capybara lawyer. Fish sticks, soda refreshing. Just so many puns. Thar she blows, blowhole decongestant.
Oh, something I also forgot to mention. There was a Try Everything performance also during the D23.
There was?
Also, this was shared by Kai Yu King as well.
Oh, they performed Try Everything, huh?
Yes.
Neat.
There's also something I really found creative when they announced the Zootopia Better Together ride. They also made a little parody with trying everything too.
Oh, that's where that was from. Okay, I missed that part of the show, but yeah.
Yeah, it are two different performances. This one is another separate performance, but
Hmm.
the other one with the Zootopia ride for Animal Kingdom, that's another performance. So yeah, technically it's two.
Okay, cool. So I have not seen any new information that has come out today on day 3 of D23.
Yeah, I've been trying to be on the lookout, and I haven't found something else either. The only thing I have found has been Zootopia merch.
Yeah, and for context, we are recording this Sunday night, the same weekend as D23, so technically it is still going on. So if there is anything that, like, they pull a fast, sneaky surprise thing on us, like, we'll cover that next time.
Well, for now, it seems that it will be kind of it for now. Oh well, I think we haven't mentioned this yet. Well, the official synopsis goes like this: Judy and Nick find themselves on the twisting trail of a mysterious reptile who arrives in Zootopia and turns the mammal metropolis upside down. To crack the case, Judy and Nick must go undercover to unexpected new parts of town, where the growing partnership is tested like never before.
Yeah, love it.
Yeah, you just
So,
have to wait and see what this twisting trail will be about.
exactly. So, yeah, that's about it from D23. We got so much information. We thought we were going to do just like a mini episode to sort of like, oh yeah, they talk about this, this. We got a little bit here and there, just a little bit. No, they gave us so much.
Oh, this is a little nice touch. I found something
Oh,
else. This is official. Also
you tell?
posted by Caillou King.
Oh, it's in the Mickey's of Glendale pin store.
Yeah, but check out
Okay.
the spelling.
Oh, Don Bell Leather. Eesh, that's a little morbid. I think that's just a typo.
It's a typo, yes, but still, little details.
Yep.
It's a nice detail that they decided to include her here, considering that, well, her it seems that she won't be there won't be any sign of her in the sequel.
Honestly, I'm hoping that that's the case. I've said it for ages, but I don't think that, like, stories should have the same villain returning in the sequel. Unless it's just, like, a small, like, bit. Like, one cameo sort of thing. But if they took care of the villain in the first one, they shouldn't come back until at least a third movie or show or something, or book, whatnot.
Agreed.
That's just my opinion, though. Anyway, we have so much to go off of and so much speculation to do, but for right now, I'm thinking that's all the information we've got.
Even though technically the news have been in theory small, but still it was really amazing.
Oh yeah, it's been a crazy weekend. Again, huge shout outs to J Disney D23 and Kaiju King for being willing and able to be our reporters on the scene. Thank you so much. I was so worried that we were going to miss out on a lot of stuff coming out from this weekend, and thanks to y'all, not only did we miss nothing, we got more than most. And also, thank you again to Amy for facilitating the interview and allowing that to happen. And huge thank you to Jared Bush for doing it. Yeah, I think that's about it. Thank all of you so much for sticking with us all this time. It's been a wild ride from the original movie to where we are now, but we're finally within sight of the sequel. What we have
Yeah, I
been
know it will
dreaming
be.
of for years.
Yeah, it will be difficult to wait another year to get the movie, but it will be worth the wait.
Yes. And you can bet ZNN will be at D23 next year. This is a promise. Hold me to it. Make sure it happens. Like, I am going to be there myself if at all possible, and the only thing that would keep me from it, I don't know, like, if I'm in the hospital or something. I don't know.
No, let's not hope for that. No.
I'm, knock on wood, yeah. Yeah. We will do our absolute best to make sure that all upcoming news is covered in the quickest, timeliest manner possible, and that we cover it, like, accurately, and that you can trust us for all information Zootopia 2. So yeah, that's about it.
Thank you, everybody, once again for listening to this special episode. That it was completely something that we did unexpectedly. That we went along as the news got out to have an idea of mention all of this, because it was everything kind of going a little bit fast, considering it was just happening since last Friday.
Exactly. Thanks to y'all, we were able to pull it off, and I genuinely could not be more grateful. And we wouldn't be doing this if it weren't for you, if it weren't for everyone who reads ZNN, if it weren't for everyone who supports us, like, not just financially over Patreon, though you totally should, but also just from your support and encouragement over the years. Thank you all so much. And we will see you next time.
Now, finally, we'll see each other. Well, you will listen to us again next September.
Yes. It is August. September is the next month. Yes. I needed to go, like, through the calendar song in my head for a second there. Yeah. We will see you in September, and until next time,